This is overdue since there's a Meet the Kittens video with no names, but they have names. Put your face up in there. Girl kitty is Gemma. Gemma's a little more mild-mannered and dainty. She's not pushy with the food bowl, so she doesn't tend to eat as much. And she likes to purr a lot more. She spends more time making snuggles with the humans. Leopold, so known as Leo, and I mostly just call him Fitz. And this little troublemaker is kind of a dick. He likes to hog all the food, and he likes to pick on the older cats. He likes to get into things that he's not supposed to. So I came up with the idea of Fitz and Simmons so that we could call them Fitzsimmons. And I immediately texted Brian. I'm like, Fitz and Simmons? And he wasn't sold on the idea. He didn't like the name Simmons for the girl cat. He didn't really think that was a good sibling naming pair. So I went back to the drawing board. I was a little devastated because I thought it was brilliant and it was the most awesome idea ever. For a runner-up, I came up with Mary and Pippin. Mary was going to be the girl cat and Pippin was going to be the boy cat. I sold myself a lot on it and I thought for sure that was going to be their names. Brian surprised me and he's like, I really like Fitz, but I don't like Simmons. So I said, I'm okay with Gemma. And then he eventually kind of was like, you know what, I keep calling him Leo. And I'm like, well, I don't really like the name Leo because we have Milo. And they both end in O. So I was a little nervous, so I ended up still calling him Fitz, and Brian calls him Leo, but because I call him Fitz so often, I think he's starting to call him Fitz too. Gemma has just always been Gemma since Brian decided he didn't like Simmons. So that's kind of where we landed. The connection is from Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with Leopold Fitz and Gemma Simmons. So I almost forgot to share their backstory, you know, how we got them, when we got them, where they came from, those sorts of things. The kittens were about 9 weeks old when Brian brought them home, and he got them from his cousin, who is a veterinarian. He just kind of called her up or texted her probably and said, hey, you got any kittens? They're strays, essentially. So that's kind of how Brian comes by his cats, is they're all strays. And actually, for me, Milo was a stray as well. Years and years ago, Milo's like 11, 10 or 11 now. Wow. Many moons ago, many boyfriends ago, the boyfriend at the time, his neighbor had abandoned this little orange cat in a box, Mountain Dew box, out at the street, and my boyfriend's little brother went out and got him and brought him home, but their family was a dog family and they didn't want cats. I think there's an allergy or something. So they actually put this little kitten in this giant garbage can because he kept jumping out of a box and they couldn't keep him in. So they put him in this garbage can. And then they drove to my work. I was working at Halloween USA at the time. And they come into my work and they're like, do you want this kitten? And I'm like, yeah, I want a kitten. They're like, good, because he's in the car. check out this cat in the parking lot. I'll be back. And it was Milo, a teeny little orange baby kitten. He was about 9 weeks old when I got him, and I knew he was going to be Milo because he's orange, and I had told my boyfriend at the time that I wanted to adopt an orange cat named Milo. The boyfriend at the time had actually thought that Milo was a girl. He was dead certain, and I looked at him and I'm like, no, it's a boy cat because that's Milo. And it's the story of Milo. Somehow my kitten story turned into a story of Milo. So I'll probably throw him in here. So kittens are strays, Milo's a stray, San's a stray. We're kind of a rescue family, I guess. And since he didn't have his own video, I'm gonna stick Milo in this one. And this is Milo. He's my big baby. He's a sucker for treats. Good boy.